episode of Pro Wrestle Times podcast. I'm Phil. He's Hairline.
We're doing the Griselda intro.
Yeah. Welcome to another edition of our show, Pro Wrestle Times podcast. Make sure you follow us at Pro Wrestle Times on Twitter, at Pro Wrestle Times on YouTube, at Pro Wrestle Clips for our main channel. We're crushing it in subs, we're crushing it in the downloads, we're crushing it in everything. We just appreciate you guys so much. Consider checking out our Patreon, / Pro Wrestle Times. And yeah, if you want to just support us, there's a support link down in the description, or you just hit that thumbs up. While we're at it, we started getting active on TikTok, guys. So check us out on TikTok. At PWT Podcast or at Pro Wrestle Times. We have a backup
on TikTok now
in place. Yeah, you can follow us so that's at Pro Wrestle Times or at PWT Podcast on TikTok. And we got one that's like a backup just in case. You never know with TikTok, right? So and one of our videos kind of going viral. It's just one of our 1 minute of Tony Khan. It's just a minute of the 10 minutes of Tony Khan video. And people are getting really mad. Again, we said it 1,000 times, you guys. I didn't make that video to make him look bad. I just clipped all of Tony Khan from All Access. That's all I did. I even put it in order. I didn't like mess with it to make it goof. I just, anytime he appears on screen, anytime he says something, or anytime someone talked about him, I just clipped it.
That was great.
Yeah, and I just put it in a fucking video, and everyone's mad at us going, you guys hate Tony Khan. Why can't you just enjoy something? Bro, I did. I watched All Access. I watched the whole series twice. I watched it once live. I was one of the only people to watch it live, and then I watched it all a second time to fucking clip all that shit out. And you guys are, why don't you let people enjoy? What are you talking about? I watched that show more than any of you fucking AEW fucking stans even did. I watched it more than any of you did. I support them more than you do.
I know, yeah.
Fucking idiots.
How many of them are getting their eyes on it for the first time?
Exactly. All of them because they
dummies. Yeah.
All of them because they all get mad at me like I did it to make him look bad. If you watch the fucking show, you just know that that's what's on the show. I didn't do anything. Fucking assholes. Anyways, but enough of the plugs. Hairline, we're here to talk wrestling. Another wonderful week of wrestling, and we got some some crazy threats and things thrown our way. Speaking of at Pro Wrestle Times, usually we start our shows off by diving into some, Twitter nonsense or, some beef we got in onto, not beefs, but just funny interactions on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, man.
So one way to get in contact with us, prowrestletimes@gmail.com. If you guys want to send us fan or hate mail or have sponsorship inquiries or anything like that. And speaking of which, Hairline, we actually got our first piece of genuine hate mail in our email, in our mailbox. And if you guys want to reach out to us at prowrestletimes@gmail.com, feel free to reach out and we'll try and read your mail on the air. Any questions, any statements, disagreements, whatever, hit us up there. That's why it's in the link in the bio, and somebody took the liberty of doing that. They decided they were going to email us and not leave this in a comment under one of our videos, and you'll know why when we get to it. Hairline, are you ready to hear some hate mail?
Yeah.
So, a person named James W. Some weird shit going on over here, pal. So, on an episode or two ago of Pro Wrestle Times podcast, we discussed how AEW Twitter fans do not care about the wrestling business. And it got a lot of traction on our channel, and a lot of people agree, a lot of people disagree. But basically,
that one was popular.
Right. So in that clip, which is what triggered this response for sure, or maybe someone listened to the beginning of maybe somebody listened to the beginning of the episode. I think it was episode 12. I can't remember, but it was early on in that episode. I remember. But either way, there's a clip. Check it out Yeah, at Pro Wrestle Clips on YouTube. You can check out the video that this email is referring to, and in it, I had just simply I had defended myself. So basically in that video, what it was I had said some shit on Twitter about the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. It triggered a lot of people. People got upset at me. I wasn't being rude or anything like that. All I said was just like, why can't
your opinion?
Yeah, why can't Kenny and Takeshita fight at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view? And people were saying that's not New Japan versus AEW, even though it's Kenny's their literal New Japan US champion and Konosuke's their fucking an AEW guy. So that's NJPW versus AEW, if you ask me. But either way, what happened was I sort of went on this rant on the podcast, and one section of the rant, a piece of that was me explaining how, I say on Twitter, like, dude, like, I have to explain to my girlfriend why this shit's important when I just made her watch Rampage the other week, and Kyle Fletcher's fighting Orange Cassidy, and he's got a New Japan tag belt, and he's fighting Orange Cassidy. And I'm trying to tell my girl why Forbidden Door is going to be so epic. And she's like, well, wasn't a New Japan guy? Weren't you just saying did that already happen? Right. And she's talking about the Kyle Fletcher thing because she doesn't understand. She just sees the guy with the belt, and like and people were going, oh, you don't have a girlfriend. Yeah, right. You have a girlfriend. And so I made a remark. I said, yeah, I have a girlfriend. She sucks my dick too. And we watch wrestling together. This guy got super triggered by that comment. So let me read you this hate mail we got. Our first piece of hate mail, and boy, is it good, Hairline. You ready for this? From James W. Yep. You're a fucking piece of shit for bragging about having a girlfriend who sucks your dick. She sounds like nothing but a...
Wait, what? Hold on, what?
Listen, this is this guy's email. This is how he starts it. You're a fucking piece of shit for bragging about having a girlfriend who sucks your dick. She sounds like nothing but a worthless fucking slut. I am never listening to your channel ever again. It looks like hardly anybody does anyway. You can't even get 1,000 views on any of your videos. You are fucking pathetic, and your girlfriend is nothing but a whore, you fucking cunt.
Holy shit. Well, hold on. What about Hairline? What did I fucking do? What did I do then?
He didn't say shit to you. He's mad at me, bro. He's mad I got a shit.
I'm half the show. Hey, listen, I don't get blowjobs either, bro. Hold on. Listen, I'm going to go pod with this guy.
Damn. It just shows you, man. Dudes are down bad. They say something like 2/3 of men 35 and to 18 are either virgins or haven't fucked in a year. So this guy definitely... Yeah, this guy definitely falls under that category. And yeah. So this guy just destroyed us, destroyed you. Not really you.
I didn't do anything. Man.
He's just mad at me because I said that, like, I can get pussy and like I have a girlfriend. That's like super. I feel real bad. And this just sort of, look at how toxic and vile that email was. Hairline, it gets even worse. He wasn't done.
So wait, hold on. Oh, okay.
Well, ask your question. Say what you were gonna say, because now I'm curious.
I was just gonna say, how is your girlfriend a whore for sucking your dick? Like, that's what your girlfriends are supposed to do.
Yeah, bro. Exactly.
They're attracted to that. It's like, it's like they said they suck my dick. I go down on that.
It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with he's mad that because he's a Twitter AEW fan. He's one of these. It's probably the guy I was talking about, the super fan guy. I plugged some Twitter on the episode. I was like, yeah, and then I have at AEW Superfan1 or something. I said it, whatever it was. It's probably that guy. So let's get him canceled. I'm just kidding. But this gets way worse, guys. So I responded to that email. Hairline, would you like to hear my response to that email and then James's response to my response?
Jeez, yeah, obviously, yeah.
So my response is from Pro Wrestle Times to James. Hello, James. Thanks for listening to the show. If you weren't so enraged by a simple and factual statement, you'd be able to see that a plethora of our videos and hashtag shorts have thousands upon thousands of views. In fact, we've garnered over 30K just the last 28 days. For a podcast that's about 3 months old, we've already gotten over 400 subscribers on our channels and hundreds of downloads. We feel so blessed and are grateful you contribute to those numbers. Also, thank you for trying to defend my girlfriend while also calling her a whore and a slut. I'll inform her you said that. I'll inform her you've said
For
that,
sure.
and I'm sure she'll appreciate it greatly and will be happy to know that there's another educated, rational feminist within the internet wrestling community like myself. I know being sexually frustrated can be a difficult thing to deal with, but no worries, James. I have a solution for you that'll surely take the edge off. You can go fuck yourself. If you haven't yet, be sure to check out our Patreon and watch out for PWT podcast number 13 coming this weekend. Sincerely, Hairline and Phil at Pro Wrestle Time.
I like how you do it like Tony Khan.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I should have ended it with thanks, guys.
No, I'm saying like how Tony Khan tweets, like how he'll plug his show.
Yeah, that's what I was. You caught it. That's what I mean. But I like how I was like, yo, dude, you can go fuck yourself if you're really that fucking angsty.
Well, you kind of made an excellent point there. It's all like, thank you for defending my girlfriend, but also calling her a whore. So, like, which is it here?
Yeah, I'm sure that's very, yeah. Thanks for standing up for women, you enlightened feminist, calling people whores and cunts.
It's which side? What is it? So she's a whore or
this person? Now you'll just find this out really quickly. Now it gets very dark here, and I debated not even responding to this, but I responded to this too because I can't help it, dude. Hairline knows I love it. I get. So I did show this. I read that to my girlfriend, and she just bursted out laughing. Like she was like, "Oh my god!" She's like, "Why are you responding though?" And I was like, "Because it's just funny. Like, look how we got a laugh out of it, you know." Funny. So, James W responds. He goes,
James W.
He goes,
"What's up, Derek?"
Yeah. He goes,
"What's up, James?"
James W goes, "You just proved yourself." Oh, sorry, I have to do it in his voice. Give me a second.
Mark voice. Yeah.
You just proved yourself to be an even bigger piece of shit than I originally thought. Even the fact that you took the time to reply to that says a lot. Are you seriously calling yourself an educated, rational feminist? If you're serious and you're actually a guy who calls himself a feminist, then you are a pathetic fucking cuck piece of shit. And I would sure love to know what kind of feminist brags to the world about his girlfriend sucking his dick. You sound like a mindless fucking asshole. And I hope all the world's worst things in the world happen to you as well as that worthless piece of flesh that you call a girlfriend. Seriously, you have no idea what the hell I've been through my entire life and the reason for me being so angry and frustrated. I wouldn't wish my life on my worst enemy, but I would wish it
James on the pod.
Because you deserve it. You sounded pretty angry. You sounded pretty angry when you told me to go fuck myself. Really sounds like the response of an educated, rational person. Pathetic fucking asshole you are.
Bro.
And you can tell your blowbag hussy that she's nothing but a piece of meat with holes. Thanks. Have a nice day. Oh yeah, your mother is a whore too. She should have aborted you after the N-words, hard R, knocked her up in that alley. The N-words.
You're Canadian. You're Native American.
In that alley. Then he sent another message 2 minutes later and goes, by the by, he meant to say by the way, but he's enraged. I won't be contributing to the views on your shitty little videos anymore because I blocked your channel and plan on never watching it again.
Man. What did I do? Hold on. Why does he want to listen to my tapes? Why can't he hear it? What?
Dude, he went full great, like, bro, he's a like.
Yeah, you broke him. You broke I thought he was here to defend you. I thought he was here to defend you.
Bro, he went full on racist, bro.
He said the N-word.
And this is, dude, yeah, and we're gonna use this. I'll censor out that word, obviously, because what the fuck, bro? What the fuck, James W? Calm down. I'm gonna put that in the thumbnail of the video. I'm gonna put that email there. Bro, we're gonna tweet this out, and I'm gonna go look like, dude, this person has hate in their heart all over AEW. This is all over AEW. It has nothing to do with my girlfriend, right? That's his excuse. Bro, he even said it in there. You have no idea what I've been through in my life to fucking be this angry. This is like a real desperate, sad, hurt person in life who just was, who was just him on the pod. No. Who was just like sad about AEW. Now, I'm not here to bully or make fun of this guy, but like, listen to the shit he's saying about A, black people, you know what I mean? And B,
no, actually, fuck this guy.
Yeah, and like what? It's worse. So because they're black, it makes it worse. You know what I mean? Like, what were you implying there, sir?
No, you're Native American, dog.
With the hard R,
bro. Character.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. It's a shoot. Like, I'm an indigenous person. I'm brown, bro. Like you,
but it's just like So like you guys have been oppressed.
He did the hard R. So I'm gonna show people like this is what happens when you talk about AEW. And this is what I talked about in that rant. You talk about AEW and you literally conjure up these people come from the woodworks, these fucking troglodyte, subhuman fucking mutants come out of nowhere, never touched a titty in their life, and they're just like wishing death upon me and shit. It's crazy. This proves the point that we're trying to make. Usually it comes in the form of Twitter. But yeah, he started it, and this is harassment first, man. Like, this is crazy, but I'm not like a snowflake. I laughed. This is belly laughs for me when I first read it. Biggest smile on my face.
It's crazy, bro. Okay, listen, I just want to address something here. Like, the whole thing was just like the whole reason you were talking about blowjobs and all that in the first place was just because like you weren't like gloating about it. You were just
I was defending myself.
Right, yeah. You were saying I'm not some just like geek, you know what I'm saying?
Right, and I said it in jest. I was saying I said it in jest. Like, is that real? Yeah, it's real. Like, do I just like am I that guy? No, you know that, and I'm doing a show and I'm being funny.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's what I'm saying.
And I'm defending against people who are like, "Oh, sure, yeah, you have a girlfriend." It's just like, yeah, I do, bro. Like, a lot more. Like, I've had a lot of them in my day.
It's a thing.
So I responded to James and one last time, and I guess we're waiting for a response. But basically, I said, "Hello, James. Hello again, James. Thank you for spending so much time and energy in your response. We here at Pro Wrestle Times believe that if one person is talking about us out loud, then 10 more are behind closed doors. And your contributions are greatly appreciated. Because I respond to all fan and hate messages, and I find your lack of intelligence, sexist, and racist remarks towards me humorous, let's run through some of the points you tried to make, shall we?" In quotes. Even the fact you took time to... I'll do it in his voice. Even the fact you took the time to reply says a lot. My response. Well, as I mentioned a moment ago, I respond
to everyone.
Yeah, I respond to everyone who takes the time and energy out of their day to write PWT, whether they're as dumb as you or as bright as the sun. They all get my attention equally, which is clearly what you're seeking out and are desperate for. Also, what does it say about you who sent these emails in the first place? Next point. Are you seriously calling yourself an educated, rational feminist? My response. Well, based off of our back and forth thus far, I am 1,000% certain I'm more intelligent than you. I won't go out on a limb and assume things about you like you did about me by saying I have more institutional accolades, certifications, or degrees, but you are clearly of low IQ, which is why you hate black people and women. In quotes. Boom, in quotes. Brags about his girlfriend S-ing his D. And I said, if you actually use your ears for listening and discerning information as opposed to getting triggered and becoming irrational, you'd understand that I wasn't bragging whatsoever. In fact, I was defending myself from people on Twitter accusing me of not having a girlfriend when I told them the whole NJPW and AEW thing was confusing to her as a casual fan. For your information, she read your lovely email and got quite the kick out of it as well. Believe it or not, women love sucking dicks. They do it all the time, as a matter of fact. They do it every single day in the privacy of their own homes, especially wives and girlfriends. But of course, you know this. But of course, you know this. Had you ever had access to either of those? And then I get kind of real with him here. I go like, Yeah. He says, you have no idea the hell I've been through my entire life. My response, although I do have empathy for you and am tremendously compassionate for your struggle,
Yeah, sorry that happened, man.
I too come from a place of horrible trauma. I grew up in terrible neighborhoods. Father was in a motorcycle gang in prison, and I had an absentee mother. I have seen and gone through things I wouldn't wish on anybody either. That being said, I don't and would never use my past to try and intimidate and threaten others like you do. I wish you well in finding the mental help and stability that you clearly need in life. Trauma isn't something that ever goes away. It's a step-by-step, day-by-day thing that takes time to overcome, but I have faith in you. It's awful that subjective professional wrestling opinions make you so upset that you have to stoop to this level to try and get a point across, only to fail at doing so while making yourself look like a hateful bigot. If wrestling makes you this mad, try doing something else. Learn a new skill or take a walk or something. Real. Boom. He goes, you told me to go fuck myself. My response, look at what you said to me. My response was perfectly reasonable. And then his last remark I quoted here, I blocked your shitty little channel. And I wrote, well, that's a shame. We would love to have you there, perhaps having this discussion in our comments section. But you would never do that because it would only expose the true nature of the toxic AEW Twitter fans we were discussing in the video in the first place. That being said, we also create tons of other non-triggering content as well. Consider joining our Patreon and checking out our Chris Jericho Fall from Grace series. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
For sure, check it out.
Vinstum,
check out the Chris Jericho page.
And then I future endeavored him, bro. Sincerely, Airline and Phil at Pro Wrestle Time. So, boom. There you go, guys. I have compassion. Yeah, but fuck this guy. And whatever. I got a great
I don't like the racist shit, man. I don't
know, that's
man.
where I really was like, listen, man, I'm gonna be like, on my second response there, I kind of relate. I wanted to show this guy, like, dude, I'm a human just like you. I tried to. Now, is this guy gonna take any of this, or is he just gonna get more mad and triggered and be like, oh, but you're fucking dumb? That's probably what he's gonna do. But man,
well, it's just like from the jump, man. Like the comment of like, you've never even broke 1,000. It's all like, actually.
Yeah, and I don't even care about that.
Times.
Like we got,
well, it's just like it's cherry picking shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like not doing your research. It's just saying what you want to further your narrative. You know
this is all it is. He read he just heard AEW fans don't care about the wrestling business. That's all he read. He heard 2 sentences, and he just decided to attack everything. And he just made himself, like, he exposed himself as like a very, and I'm not this guy who throws around like racist bigot. Hairline knows I hate people just get called shit, but that is like literally being like incredibly sexist, meat with holes. Like, wow, dude, thanks. Yeah, that shit made my girl laugh too. She's like, who thinks of stuff like this? And I'm like, people who don't get laid. That's who thinks of shit like this.
Yeah, for sure. Neck beard ass Mars. Like, for sure. I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, listen, man, we gave this mark too much fucking attention as it is. We fucking monetize our haters here at PWT. Yeah, let's get into some more Twitter drama and shit I'm getting in trouble for just speaking intelligibly and objectively on. So after our email, there was more drama today. Drama. It's like drama follows us everywhere we go. Over at Pro Wrestle Times on Twitter, if you guys want to check us out. We got blocked by Dave Meltzer as well. Dave Meltzer had enough of our shit. Now, I've had some pleasant exchanges with him over the years. I've also just retweeted him and just his information. But sometimes I'll quote tweet just laughing at the shit he says with just like laughing emojis. And maybe some of those triggered in the past have never been like, fuck you, Dave. But we've had a couple back and forths. So we were blocked on Twitter by Dave Meltzer at Pro Wrestle Times. You check us out on Twitter. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Wherever shall I get my wrestling hot news?
Biased wrestling news. Dave, clean your bro.
Yeah, it's just like, and then when you see what he blocked me for, it's just delusion. This is what we say, man. We're like, dude, it's delusion. Like, listen to what I say. The reason he blocked me is going to prove everything everything Jim Cornette has said about the CM Punk, Dave Meltzer, Young Buck shit true. It's undeniable because He blocked me because I talked about his friends. Now, I was not disparaging. I'm a Young Buck fan. I like Hangman.
Yeah, you love Kenny Omega.
I do. I really do love him. And I'm like, get to WWE. Like, I want him in WWE so bad. I think he would thrive there. So, where is it?
It's so goofy, dude. I don't know, man. Like,
it's so goofy. So what I said is, so at Pro Wrestle Times, I responded to Dave. So basically what happened was somebody was making fun of Dave, going, like, basically just saying how he says nothing about Hangman going into business for himself, and just how he doesn't say shit about it. He fucking doesn't talk about Hangman taking liberties in the ring with Punk's body. He doesn't talk about Hangman taking liberties with fucking Punk on the promos, which I've told Hairline off air. Listen, man, a guy gives you a solid shot, you give him a receipt. That's what Punk did. He stood there and took it like a man. People are online going, some fucking goof who works for some Chris Jericho website goes, imagine being a former UFC fighter and fucking being scared to get in a fight or being scared of getting hit. When CM Punk in the ESPN interview, which just came out, that's got everyone talking, Punk was like, yo, I was trying to focus on having a good match, but then it became me trying to fucking protect myself because this guy, you goofballs, you're talking shit about Punk. You would never step in a cage, bro. You would never do it. And here's the other thing. There's things I don't agree with Punk on, and we can talk about that. I've talked about it off pod with my guy. Here's the thing, bro. When you're in MMA, you're protecting your body the whole time. When you're in a real fight, you're protecting your body the whole time. You're not trying to put on a show. You're in a real fight. When you're in the wrestling ring, you're giving your body to somebody. You're literally feeding them your chin. You're literally feeding them your chest. And then they take liberties with that. Fuck that, bro. I don't give a shit. Hangman was wrong.
On top of that, they're supposed to be portraying that they are in a fight. It's supposed to be an illusion that it is real. And what do you do in a real fight? What you just said. So boom, continue.
Exactly. And not only that, imagine, okay, what if Hangman hurt Punk? Like, let's listen, bro. Punk's the only guy to pop them consistent million ratings. Punk's the only guy.
Ruins it.
Punk's the only guy to give them storylines that people go, this is a good story. Every other story, half the people have a problem with. He's the only guy to draw the $1 million gates. Their attendance has been down since Punk's been gone. Their television ratings are hurting, which we're going to talk about in a bit and rip to shit because it's just proven our fucking point. Every week, our point gets proven more and more. And the attendance is way down. And so they stick Punk on this Saturday death slot, thinking like this is going to be gotcha. His fucking viewership is low and he's not a draw. Watch this Collision outdraw this last week's Dynamite where the fucking Bucks and Kenny were in, where Hangman was in the main event, and look how low that rating did. And we'll get into that later. But anyways, when it comes to Meltzer, so somebody was like, okay, Meltzer, you don't call out fucking Hangman. And then Meltzer replies, this is his response. He goes, there's exactly 2 million words written on this that you could have read that you clearly didn't. Like, yeah, Dave, someone's going to read your 2 million words. First off, you didn't write exactly 2 million words, Dave. You're delusional. And second off, who the fuck, like, how is that even a response? Yeah, he read your 2 million words, Dave. Like, are we in kindergarten? 2 million words. Like, you just making numbers up, Dave? You're fucking crazy. Anyways, so I just responded. I'll sum up what everyone's thinking. I just tweeted to Dave and this guy. Listen, this is what I tweeted at Pro Wrestle Times. Hangman went into business for himself. Bucks mocked Punk in Chicago on live TV after the incident with no intention of ever doing the only match anybody cared about seeing. They sent Punk, Andrade, Miro, and anyone else who won't tiptoe around these guys to the Saturday show. Thumbs up. That's all I wrote, and Dave Meltzer blocked me. So I wasn't even being rude. I didn't say, fuck you, Dave, clean your room. I didn't say, Dave, 2 million words, you fucking Mark, shut up. Like you're like, it's the Bible, and I'm supposed to study Dave's. That's what it is. He's got this cult of like worshiping fucking weirdos who just worship every word and star rating ever they've seen every. Bro, shut the fuck up. Anyways, he blocked me for that. I really didn't say anything bad. I'm real brash on the pod, man. On Twitter, I'm pretty respectful. I understand. Like, I'm not one of these guys. Like, I wouldn't say shit to you that I wouldn't say in your fucking face. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's our pod. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
And it's my chance to bitch and talk about what I did this week. And I got blocked by Dave Meltzer this week. And I'm not even sad about it. It's just very like grow the fuck up. And all this does is prove Jim Cornette right, bro. You're friends with the Bucks and Hangman. And when and when anyone criticizes this shit, when anybody points that out, you get a stick up your ass and you fucking don't like it. Well, guess what, Dave? I don't like CM Punk being fucking demonized and getting fucking fake news spread and all the other bullshit that you be doing either, buddy. So, yeah, hope to see you on the Jericho cruise. We'll do an interview with you, and at the end, I'll say Pro Wrestle Times, and hopefully you remember us.
Dude, he blocks so many people a day. But whatever.
Right. We've gotten into it before a little bit about stuff, but he really, I guess that was the
breaking point.
Yeah, that was the breaking point. In other news I'm seeing on Twitter, so AEW.
It's because you mentioned the Cucamonga kids.
Right. I just pointed out you guys are friends, and he can't. We're friends? Yes, Dave, you're friends. This is what we all know, and we're just trying to, like, you have to, once you admit this, you're going to be, I guess, still not valid anymore. Let's talk about some good shit about AEW.
Yeah, continue.
I just like, fuck, man. We're gonna waste more time talking about these marks, bro. I can't even stand it. Like, Dave Meltzer, unblock me. No, just kidding. I don't care. Like, I literally don't care. So AEW Collision, Saturday nights, all right to fight. Jericho wishes he was on the show with the Elton John theme song. We're gonna review Collision.
We're going. Okay, hold on. Listen, hold on. Why are you pretending he's not gonna wiggle his way in there somehow?
He's gonna.
How?
I can't wait.
Okay. No,
I can't wait.
We'll talk about it when it happens. But continue.
Right. I can't wait for the Collision. I can't wait for the Collision ratings to come in. Apparently, because of like Juneteenth celebration or something, they won't be in until like, I can't remember. I read something on Twitter from Brandon Thurston, who's a very reputable source when it comes to like the ratings. And he said the ratings are going to come in late for the first ever Collision, but then every other time they'll be in on Tuesday mornings. So not tomorrow morning, but the day after, I think we're going to finally see the ratings for Collision. So I'm excited to see those. Yeah, I don't know. The Elite are trending. There's all types of shit trending right now on Twitter, but I'm not really interested in that. I
don't give a shit.
Let's get into
fucking the good wrestling.
Let's just get into
talk about the good wrestling.
Right. But you have a lot of people waking up, though, I do want to say, on social media ever since Collision, you have a lot of people waking up to the Elite fan base type thing and going, look, so we will do one Twitter thing. It's not drama, it's not bullshit. I just want to read like an interesting tweet that I quote tweeted. And I thought this was interesting because I've seen this person called Christine on Twitter at Shining Polaris. In their profile, AEW Mark Elite Stan with the too sweet thing. And you say that, but you say that, but this is a very compelling and good tweet that they wrote that I felt like sharing, and I think it should be shared on our show. So at Shining Polaris says, I don't do hot takes a lot because I'm not good at them, but here is an honest opinion from me. I love the Elite. Trust me, I do and have been for years, Bullet Club included. But the hardcore Elite fan base have been really turning me off from enjoying them. And I hate to say that, #AEW. I don't know what more I can say. I don't bother people with my Punk takes. I post that on my timeline because my timeline is mine. But I have been harassed by other Elite fans, and it's crazy. It's turning me off, and I don't want my opinion to change about my favorites because of a few fans. I have to start blocking some extreme Elite fans because I am getting annoyed of them. God, it pains me because they're long-time followers or comment on a lot of my stuff, but lately it's been so bad. It's just wrestling. We treating this like a real war. Now, I fucking applauded this. Another follow-up tweet by someone at long__tar says, I love the Elite with my entire heart and soul. They're my number ones for life. That being said, some of these Elite fans are the worst fans out there. And I really hate to say it, but they don't seem to even care about anyone but the Elite. And I don't think the Elite would even like that. Boom. Now,
disagree. No, they're cool, man. They're all about that.
No, I don't think they would.
Okay, hold on. Disagree. But where I want to start with this, man, is you were saying all that same shit to me, like maybe 2 or 3 pods ago, about how you feel like you have to pick sides and that people are pressuring you into thinking a certain way. And here's another person just, regurgitating the same shit you basically said,
Right. Well, this is why I brought it to light on the show, and I felt like it needed time, is because I follow this Shining Polaris person, and in their bio it says AEW stan, Elite super fan, and they are being rational.
Yeah.
And they are saying exactly what I was saying, and it just goes to show you. And this Shining Polaris, I've seen them tweet all the time, all about the Elite, all about AEW, a super fan. But it just goes to show you that these people are waking up to the fucking toxicity, and it's just becoming so obvious what happened with the whole Punk situation. And my retort to that, just quickly, at Pro Wrestling Times on Twitter, check us out. I say, Meltzer, I responded to that with a quote tweet, and I said, Meltzer and them galvanize these people into thinking it's okay to be like this. I've defended Omega and the Bucks to my co-host until I'm blue in the face in the past. Once I started our podcast and had a couple videos pop off of me being critical, I started getting hate and have even received a few death threats. I am the guy who got all of my wrestling friends into New Japan and Bullet Club and the Elite, but as soon as I criticize their storylines, I'm all of a sudden an E-drone, or I only watch the Fed. It's just so toxic for real. And then we've had a few replies from just a few people, like for instance, at Shining Polaris and the Super Kick Show, and shout them out. And yeah, man, we'll touch on that. I just want to touch on that part of me before we get into SmackDown and just say, like,
no, for sure, that
people are waking up. People are starting to get it. They're starting to see, like, and the whole thing is too, is like, why am I critical, you guys, of AEW? Because I'm passionate about it and I actually care. If I didn't care, it's like what Punk said in his promo at Collision, which we'll get to. He triggers you guys because he's the truth. And medicine sucks, bro. Medicine tastes like shit, but it makes you feel better. The truth is uncomfortable and the truth can hurt. But you have to tell the truth. You can't just be these people, like, never being critical of the company for whatever fucking reason. Like, you have to be able to be objectively like, this is good, this is bad, and this is So yeah, I appreciate that, and we just appreciate the love we're getting on TikTok already too. Went a little viral, and I'm pumped for that, man. We're at like 30K views on one of those fucking TikToks. We just started today, so shout out the fans, man. You guys are the best, and shout out all the real ones, who really love wrestling and are able to admit, like, okay, there's a certain section that are just getting real fucking toxic and weird, man, and it's making us have to pick fucking sides, and we don't like that. Like, why do we have to pick sides? Because you guys are fucking weird and can't. Like, why do we have to pick?
Yeah, none of it's coming out of the WWE camp either. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the WWE guys are like having, like, the WWE fans are like, man, wrestling's so good right now.
They're all talking about how like hot wrestling is right now, and how good it is to be a fan, and I couldn't agree more. Anyways, and then Aubrey Edwards we were talking about, which Hairline doesn't watch Rampage. I'll never make him watch it, but literally they're ribbing Jim Cornette. They put Papa Briscoe and fucking Mark Briscoe, two people that Cornette likes, and they put them against fucking the Jarretts, two people Cornette likes, and Aubrey Edwards is fighting. This is a rib on Cornette.
No, Corny doesn't watch that show, bro.
I know, but I'm just saying it's a rib on him, bro. It has to be.
I don't know, bro. All I know, man, is like, for someone who said the referees don't take away from the
Aubrey Edwards said, she said publicly, my job is not to take anything away from the wrestlers. It's to let them shine. So facial expressions and doing too much aside, now she's in a real angle and is going to legitimately wrestle a match. Meanwhile, there's all of these other girls on that roster who don't. Meanwhile, Jamie Hayter got 5 minutes on their pay-per-view. Meanwhile, there's all these girls, all these Japanese talent. You got all these girls sitting around, all these Ring of Honor girls, and they're forced to be in 6-mans that last 5 minutes. Also, that Aubrey Edwards can get a big blow-off fucking match, dude. She's literally taking a spot away from one of the boys, man. This is as offensive as Sean Ross Sapp fucking doing his mark shit in the ring, bro. This offends me.
Well, dude, well, like exactly that, man. Like, don't tell me you respect wrestling and what it is, and then you're taking away from the boys to put your stupid mark shit over.
So you mean to tell me Thunder Rosa couldn't be used on TV? You mean to tell me that fucking Hikaru Shida? You mean to tell me that fucking Paige or Britt Baker or fucking
it can't be used.
Like you guys got Athena just in Ring of Honor fucked off? Just nope, she got herself over on Dark, so bye you're in Ring of Honor now and you can't be on fucking Rampage. Aubrey Edwards gets to wrestle and not you, Athena.
Abaddon.
No, Abaddon. Like Abaddon's great, dude. Come on. Taya, yeah, Taya Valkyrie. You got Jade Cargill. You got Velvet Cake or whatever the fuck her name is. You got fucking
Red Velvet.
Yeah, Red Velvet. You got fucking what I call her. What did I call her? Velvet Cake.
Red Cake.
Velvet got cake though. Velvet got cake though. And like you got that gray girl, Lola Gray or whatever the fuck her name is. Sky blue, red velvet, all the colors of the rainbow are here.
You're not gonna get any of that, bro. You're gonna get Aubrey Edwards
versus Karen Jarrett.
The Karen Jarrett rub, huh?
Come on. What the fuck is AEW? AEW. If it wasn't for Collision, this show is TNA. I just write this shit off. It's become TNA.
Dude, it's awful.
AEW Collision. This is going to be our show. If we have to skip reviewing Dynamites to review Collision for the first little while, that's what we're going to do to make sure.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so we can promote and bring you guys Collision and just support this show because there's so much. Like, dude, I don't know if you've been on Twitter, but CM Punk did an ESPN interview before it came out the day before. Wade Keller and Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer all tweeted out and all wrote on their shit. Punk's gonna have heat. The word is that this is a bad interview, and Punk is gonna and it's not looking good. They're already doing what Hairline said they were gonna do. He called it. Hairline said, "Yeah, I'm pumped for Collision, but it's just gonna be these guys making shit up." And Punk's interview didn't even come out, and they were already saying, "Oh, it's causing drama with several talent." Whenever these people say several talent in AEW don't like what Punk said, they're just talking about the elite. We all know this. You know what I mean? Like, that's who they're talking about when they say several talent. Like, it's just anyone they don't like. Thunder Rosa's in the ads. Anyone they don't like, who they're scared will actually smack a motherfucker for being a goof. We'll send him to Collision. Yeah, Andrade's back. Oh, go figure. Smacks fucking Sammy Guevara for being a goof, and look what happens. He's fucking here, sent to Collision.
What did he slap him over?
Pardon me?
What did he slap him over?
Just like talking shit and like and Andrade was just like, "Look, man, I'm all for working," but like he saw him and apparently he told this is what happened. Tony Khan and them talked to Andrade. They had to talk to him and were like, "If you smack him, we won't punish you. Like, we're not going to fire you." So Andrade smacked him. I was like, "All right, I'll fucking smack him and go home and get paid." Like, what the fuck? You're not going to fire me? All right, and smack the shit out of this guy. At least if they were like, "We're gonna fire you," he might be like, "Oh fuck, maybe I won't smack him." But no, he's like, "All right, smack this guy." And Eddie Kingston slapped Sammy too. I don't care what anyone says. He's a fucking that guy's what I don't get into. Watch All Access. And yeah, that's all it was. Is that Miro signed a huge deal. He realized this is all ridiculous. Wouldn't tiptoe around the Bucks and shit, and he's back all of a sudden back on Collision. Like, they have no idea how bad and how obvious they just made all of this out to be for themselves. Yeah,
man, it's all like, dude, he could be like their main heel,
dude.
Yeah, it's just so dumb.
Listen, hey, Orange Cassidy, 24 title defenses, 29 singles matches in a row victory. Hey, people go, oh, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Orange Cassidy can work. Imagine if Miro, this is all I'm saying. Imagine if Miro had 27 title defenses this year and is undefeated in 29 singles matches. Imagine if that was Miro. How much more over shit would be, how much better it would be for television. They're fucking idiots, man. Anyways, yeah, and it's just stressful. So we're gonna support the fuck out of Collision, you guys. Like, we're supporting it. Like, that's our show. That's our AEW show. I don't care. We're not going to do the WWE AEW Tribalist thing. We're going to do the AEW versus AEW Tribalist thing and turn this into a real ruthless aggression era Raw versus SmackDown, Collision versus Dynamite type shit. Yeah. That being said, Saturday. Oh man, Saturday night's all right to fight. Sorry guys, I'm still sick. So
you've been sick forever.
Dude, I can't get rid of it. So
yeah,
people are shitting on the theme song. Elton John, people are shitting on it online. Like, what do you think, man? Elton's the GOAT, bro.
Oh yeah, dude. Hold on. What are they saying? They're just
people are just like, oh, this song doesn't suit this show. Like, why would they pick this song and stuff?
Oh my god!
It's like, because Saturday night's all right to fight, you bitch, you bitch ass bitch. Elton John slapped the fuck out of you. Anyways, Collision. Yeah.
No, hold on. I agree. Elton John is one of the GOATs. Continue.
For sure, dude. So Collision live from Chicago, the United Center, Punk's hometown. Some people too were going, ooh. Well, we'll get into it after Punk's promo. But they had a big house, and some people were like, oh, Punk talking about selling out the buildings, but there's only 9K people there. It's like, okay, dude, Dynamite sells like 3K tickets. He sold like 3 times whatever. Like,
yeah, I can't believe this is coming out of my mouth, but can we just be happy that fucking AEW is doing good?
Yeah, they're doing good. So
that's me.
Aesthetically, Hairline knows I'm a mark. I love the stage. I love the red ropes. I love the plain mat with no fucking little writing on it or anything. The canvas. Yeah. I love the everything, the logo, the fucking the apron they used. It'd be dope if they put like maybe like a red apron or something like that, but that's fine. I love that the announce desk is behind the ring, and I love the music. I love the match card graphics. I love the match card graphic music.
What else do you love?
The production is super nice on the show. At the beginning, during the first match, Wardlow Lucha, I'm not going to jump ahead and get into that, but because we want to get into Punk's promo, but I did notice a bit of clunkiness of the fucking production, like the way the cameras were kind of like they were fucking up. Someone was telling them some wrong shit, but throughout the rest of the show, completely flawless. I love the commentary team, which we'll dive into more throughout the show or this review. And yeah, everything about the show, I was like, dude, this is my fucking show.
Yeah, man, you were excited,
dude.
I don't know, man. It's just like I was telling you off pod, outside of like the CM Punk shit and Andrade, how was this any different? You know what I'm saying? I guess technically we could say that Wardlow and Luchasaurus wrestled extremely different.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Like that's why it was different, because somebody backstage told Lucha, work like this, like, dumb fuck, and then he did, and he listened.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But at the same breath, like, how is like Tony and fucking daddy ass scissoring any different than Wednesday night though? You know
well, it's not. But that's like, here's the thing. That shit is.
I get it. I get it. I'm just saying. Are they exclusive now to Saturdays?
No. They're not exclusive. They're pulling AEW's pulling a WWE, and they're insulting our intelligence, and they're just only going to leave certain guys split. And then they're gonna you notice Samoa Joe in interviews, he doesn't hug Tony. When Tony tries to hug him, he just shakes his hand and walks away like a man. Okay, he's gonna be on Collision more. That's why they sent him to ROH. Like, I'm telling you, bro, like, it's all the people who don't tiptoe around. Yeah, all the people who don't tiptoe around, and they're gonna be just sent to fucking Collision, and I'm fine with that, bro. Let that happen. Like,
yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm just like, I'm not shitting at it. I'm just
how
saying,
was
like,
it different? All the
elements of it
reasons
felt
I
the same.
pointed out at the beginning, bro. The aesthetic, the production. It felt. Here was the apparently after Collision, the talk backstage was apparently everyone was really pleased with making it different and stand out from Dynamite. Right, like that was the backstage talk of the morale of AEW was high after Collision. Like we did it, we made this a different thing. It actually is different. So I don't know. I think we're gonna see more and more of it. And I rewatched Collision, and it's a banger show. Like objectively, man, I tried to go into it like let me nitpick it the second time around, and it was so few things, which we'll get into in the review. But sorry, what were you gonna
Yeah,
say?
for sure. Oh no, I was just saying. Let's get into the CM Punk.
Right. So they open the show. Of course, you have to open the show with CM Punk again. Look in my eyes, and the fucking crowd erupts. There were some haters in there, which we anticipated. Imagine buying a ticket to fucking going to this Collision show, though, knowing it's like Punk show, and you showed up to hold up a CM Junk sign. Like, I get like, oh, it's Monday Night Raw, and I'm gonna hold up like a fucking Lesnar sucks sign because that's like it's a consistent. But like this is Punk's show, and you paid money to go. Like, you really hate him that much, you Mark? No, you don't. You were crying too when you got home. It was the best night of your life. Anyways, so Punk comes out. Mans is the GOAT. Mans literally came out with the real world's title and a fucking extra pair of boots. Punk was ready, and he comes out. I don't know if we should play the promo. We don't even got to play it, man. He comes out and he goes, listen, some of you tell me when I'm telling lies. And he's like, some of you fucking hate me. Some of you love me. But the reason all of you react to me is because I'm the truth. And that is facts. The truth is uncomfortable. The truth hurts. The truth makes you think things you don't normally think about. It's just like medicine. Might taste shitty, but it makes you better. Punk makes wrestling better, period. I'm the truth. He goes,
yeah, man.
He goes, tell me when I'm telling lies. You can call me your hero. You can call me Pepsi Phil. You can call me CM Junk. But do you want to know what David Zaslav calls me? The guy who fucking owns, the guy who runs Warner Discovery. You want to know what David Zaslav calls me? One Bill Phil. He didn't even have to say another thing. He didn't even have to say anything else. He didn't even have to say anything else, but he did. But he did. Sorry,
Dude,
your thoughts.
The other thing I want to point out here, man, is he pointed out that this is the wrestling business.
The business. The busyness.
The other word, yes, exactly. And the other word he highlighted was growing ups. Adults.
Grown up adult wrestling business. Notice that. Tell me when he's telling lies.
Tell him the other part, though, the counterfeit bucks.
Oh, and then he goes, yo, listen.
Yeah,
he goes, yo, listen. And all the marks are crying about this on Twitter. They're like, what does that even mean? You know what it means, bitch. It means David Zaslav has called Phil on the phone and called him One Bill Phil. And I guarantee you David Zaslav has joked about counterfeit bucks too. And he goes, you know what I mean? I'm here. He goes, I'm drawing houses. I'm the authentic thing. I'm the real deal. Unlike these counterfeit bucks, or however he worded it. I'm the real McCoy. I don't got to fucking fake the funk like these counterfeit bucks who don't pop ratings, who don't draw houses. Let's be honest. Whatever, we won't get in that, but they and people on Twitter are like, what does that even mean and shit? And it's just like, I quote tweeted and said it means Phil got them $1 billion deal. That $1 billion TV deal they just got was riding on fucking CM Punk returning. And guess what it wasn't riding on? The young bucks who like to shoot their money in the air and killing the business, bro. And they ain't drawing a goddamn dime. Yeah, and that's what that means. Now, I'm not anti-Bucks. I think they're good for wrestling too, and I think that, well, maybe this last year they've shown maybe they're kind of do more to hurt the business of wrestling than
kinda.
But Yeah, you're right. See, I try to defend them still. Like I'm in that. I'm
Yeah,
always
you're
still gonna
fucking
be.
Mark.
I know, and it's like you always call me out for it, but it's like I'm still like, well, like they are a good tag team. Like I would still love to see them in FTR fight one day or fight the Usos. Like I would still love that, but it's just like fuck, they really are crybabies, man. I'm sorry. Like, and so what else does CM Punk says?
Crybaby as fuck.
He goes, yo, he goes, listen, I understand, like,
Listen.
I understand I make people uncomfortable. I understand I might have hurt feelings or whatever. And he starts giving an apology, and he does sort of a Conor McGregor. So Conor McGregor's famous for going like, you guys, I just want to take this time to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. And that's sort of what CM Punk did. He's like, look, if you feel I owe you an apology, then I'm standing here as a man right here to go, I'm sorry that the wrestlers you like are softer than you. Boo.
Right. Yeah, man, pretzels. Mall pretzels, really.
Dude.
Pretzels at the mall.
I couldn't believe, dude. And this just shows
Big
like
body.
And everybody going,
Big body Pepsi foot.
Punk is being hypocritical and he's being a baby. You guys, he literally tried to reach out to the Bucks. He tried to reach out to the Buckies, and what did they do? He tried to call them directly, and they sent him back a letter from their lawyers saying, do not contact them. You guys, you're wrong.
Little girls.
If you're defending the Bucks, you're wrong. It's that simple. You are wrong. It's okay to be wrong. I'm wearing an Orange Cassidy tee right now. Hairline's roasting me for it. Orange Cassidy is like my least favorite thing on TV right now. I was wrong about him. I thought it was gonna be, I didn't think he was gonna be so force fed down throats. I thought he was the guy who doesn't care, and he's just like this silly character, sports entertaining me. I'm okay with it. But then they took it seriously and did mimosa matches and did 29 title defenses when they got guys like fucking Hobson doing fake TMZ. Why isn't Orange Cassidy
I have an idea.
being the fake QTV guy standing in the background just not caring? Instead, they're trying to make him serious. This is what I mean. And I'm even wearing his tee right now, guys. So it's it just boils down to fucking if you defend the Bucks, man, you're in the wrong. And we all know it now. Meltzer is already on his show trying to undermine fucking Collision, bro. People are tweeting about it, like just saying like their review of Collision is the worst review ever. It's the most like lackadaisical, like they don't want to admit how great this was, half-assed fucking review. And it's so that it's because Dave and Alvarez want the fucking ratings to fail so they can schmarmily smile at each other, and fucking do a hairline and Excalibur sharing milkshakes and fucking say, we told you so. That's all they want to do. So Punk basically says, hairline's like, why am I catching strays? What the fuck did I?
Listen, man, Jericho's invited to those fucking milkshakes now too, bud.
Yeah, and so, 3 straws. We're gonna need 3 straws. So Punk goes, look, I got the real world title right here. Do you want to know why I brought this belt to the arena? It's not because I had the best dog collar match, 5 stars. It's because I won the dog collar match and I put the asses in the fucking seats. He said, I'm sure you guys want me to put these boots down and I call it quits right now. Guess what? Until somebody can pin me or tap me out, like real shit. I ain't going motherfucking nowhere. Get used to it. Boom. Drops a bomb. Collision starts. I'm yelling at my TV screen. I'm fucking so excited. It's the best.
Man.
Yeah. Best promo in wrestling in fucking since Punk left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The War Dog, Wardlow versus Luchasaurus for the TNT Championship. We mentioned earlier, this match was it was really good. Someone told Luchasaurus, hey, don't do flips, don't do spinny kicks, fucking work like a big guy, slap meat with a big meaty motherfucker. And Luchasaurus listened. I don't know, what did you make of this match before we get into the finish?
I think fucking Wardlow's gonna break his goddamn neck, bro. He just does a lot of unnecessary shit. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, like this was a very slowed down and paced match on Luchasaurus's behalf. This was like the first time, like what, 3 years AEW's been going? The first time in 3 years that Luchasaurus wrestled properly for his character.
Yeah, and Jesus. So someone clearly talked to him backstage, and that's awesome. So
yeah, wouldn't it just be Christian? You know, right?
Well, he's been with him for a while on Dynamite, and he ain't listening clearly. I think on Dynamite they just do whatever, and I think Collision they're going to keep it more tight knit and like, no, listen, psychology. Don't bury what's going to happen in the main event, you know, things like that. So, I just wrote, the finish was a huge swerve. I think everyone thought Wardlow was going to win. The TNT belt is buried beyond belief, but I like this match, and it was way better than I thought it would be. This was the match I had the lowest expectation for on the show, and it was a great match, I felt like. And Christian holding up the belt like he won it is super key. That's great character work.
Yeah, that's awesome. I loved on commentary how Kevin was all like, "What? He only won because of Christian," and then Nigel was all like, "We all saw it, Kevin. Time to move on."
Yeah. Yeah, man. And this commentary was great. And some people online were like, listen, Excalibur washes Kevin Kelly when it comes to match readings and shit.
Facts.
No, that's not facts. No, they're like, listen to how Excalibur. They're like, listen to how Excalibur fucking reads the matches compared to Kevin Kelly. It's like, but it's not. It's not. No, I retweet
every single.
No, I quote tweeted it, and I was like, yo, yeah, one of them's a professional sports broadcaster who's not yelling into a microphone that's an inch from his fucking mouth. So, and he's actually telling us the matches in a coherent, concise way where I can retain the information. And the other guy's just going like this, speed reading like a fast as he fucking can, yelling into a mic that's right in front of his face. And he's just going, oh, AEW Dynamite. Then he says 10,000 things, and you can't even retain the information.
Hey guys, how awesome is this?
So
I got a sock over my face.
Buddy Matthews takes on Andrade next.
That cuck.
And I wrote, this match is a fucking banger. Both guys were selling body parts. Imagine that. Buddy was selling a knee, and Andrade was selling an arm. They're both selling a part. And yeah, I don't know.
Psychology.
Psychology, man. And it led into the finish of the match. Where Andrade locked in the figure 4. Woo! Shout out Ric Flair. And then locked in the figure 8, though. Bridged it into the figure 8. Shout out Charlotte. And that was awesome. I popped really hard when he went into the figure 8. It was brilliant. And I just like they were both selling body parts, and it fucking fit into the match. You know, there was like a cartwheel moonsault spot. I like that. And when they went to the commercial break in picture, they had the doctors checking on both guys. And I tweeted out, I was like, man, like, how smart is this to just like, what are they going to do all their good spots and kill each other during the fucking commercial like they do on Dynamite? Nope. I've seen people take table spots on picture in picture on Dynamite. You know, it's like, what?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
So it's like these guys are they're smart. They know how to work. I love this. And then I wrote, the after match angle was chill too. I popped hard, but I just want the house rules shit to go away. Like, I love House of Black.
Yeah.
Let's just get rid of that goofy house rules shit and establish. How about this? Andrade, Rush, and Jericho versus House of Black in they earned a title shot match. How about that? Not a fucking, you know.
I don't know, man. I don't think the spooky shit really fits in with all the serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just takes you out of it. Like, I was just like, oh, this was such a good match. All this psychology, and it's all like, oh, spooky shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same with Bray Wyatt. You know, it's just like, it reminds you that you're watching AEW.
Yeah. So up next we had Rusev, Machka,
Rusev Day.
It's Miro comes back. Miro Day. He wasn't with Lana, unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. Dude, he came out. The pops he got were fucking enormous, man. They wanted him back so bad. It was Miro Day in that bitch. And he fucking showed up, man. Crowd was so hyped for him. I wrote, this is fucking epic, and this is what he's supposed to be doing, just squashing fucking Marks again. I saw the.
Hey man,
I
listen,
saw the.
it
I
was
saw
listen.
what
He didn't squash him though. That was my complaint about this match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, they didn't go
I thought this match
50-50
was
though.
way
No,
too long.
he didn't squash him, but he beat his ass. Like it was.
No, and I get it, man, because it was his return and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to like take away from that, but it's just like I don't know, man. Like, isn't this guy technically like a joke? Like
well, not really. Wrestler? Tony Nese is like pretty. No, he's not a comedy wrestler. He's like pretty serious, and he was in WWE.
Hanging out with
serious and
Word.
yeah, he's a guy. He's like the prime athlete. Now he's with Mark Sterling, who's a joke. But that
was my assumption.
No, but their whole gimmick is that Arya Davari, him, and that Josh Woods guy are like they're in a 3-man group together, and their whole shtick is like we're premier athletes, like we're So then Sterling's like a goofball, but Sterling's not a comedy guy, or he's a comedy guy, but so that the other guys don't have to be comedy guys. Like Jade wasn't a comedy girl; she was with Mark Sterling. She's not a comedy person, So,
okay.
Yeah, like it's like I get what you're saying, but Nese isn't a joke. But I get why you would think that, like
Word.
From what you've seen of him.
Yeah,
I understand. Yeah.
Me personally, like not the fantasy book Mark, but I would have just had fucking Rusev squash this guy, like
me too.
Strong, like
Yeah.
But like I also get that it was like his return and he wanted to get a bunch of shit in and just be out amongst the crowd and yada yada, but can't win them all, right? But yeah, break down the rest of the match.
Yeah, well, you know what? I just wrote it was a good match. It was a great match, and I thought it was good for Miro's return, and he didn't go 50-50 with the guy, and he whooped his ass, and the crowd popped huge for Miro. Miro's back. I can't fucking wait, man. Put a belt on Miro. Like, imagine if Miro was on a 29 match streak instead of Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Was it on pod or off pod? You were saying like, oh man, I hope Lana pops up with him.
Might have been on pod. Maybe I can't remember, dude. We talk so much wrestling, but
yeah.
It's so funny. Like people don't. Our DMs could be recorded and put on a show. It's the same shit we're doing
that's
here.
That's why we started. Yeah, man.
So
we're fucking.
Up next, though, we had the Outcasts. Yeah, and they're taking on Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale. This is my note. I wrote whatever. And even though
Amen, brother.
Yeah,
you love the Outcast.
I wrote Sky Blue's best match to date. I wrote I love Willow, and this was a good match, but I don't really care.
I didn't care at all, man. How was I supposed to be invested in this? This is what I was saying, bro. Like, how did this match didn't feel anything different than I would see on Dynamite or Rampage?
Right, but how is it supposed to, like, they're working with the roster they have, right? Like, how is it supposed this is where they're making the biggest mistake, is making Dynamite and Collision. Like, this is where they make the biggest mistake, is that they've been having Dynamite and Rampage stories overlap. Like they'll pay something off on Rampage that happened on Dynamite, but no one's watching Rampage. Now they're going to start doing that with Collision. Like, they paid off some shit on Collision that was going down on Dynamite, but they don't get that. Like, people aren't going to care about that. Like, real quick, you got to just split the brands and do 2 different shows. I'm telling you, because the Dynamite shit, because that's how the Bucks and these guys, they're going to sabotage this show by Tony's going to go, well, we only have these guys, but like, I'm telling you.
Do you need more time? I like I was saying, man, I just can't wait for Jericho to pop up on this show.
Yeah, like once he sees the ratings, and he's like, oh shit, they're actually doing something good.
Tony, what it was like next week's episode plays better.
I have an idea.
Versus CM Punk.
I'm gonna face CM Punk, and I'm gonna beat him for his world title in that bag for the real world title. And then we're gonna have 2 champions.
Take his boots.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give his boots to Sammy.
I have a great idea. So
it's not even funny because like here it comes.
It's coming, yeah.
Yeah, for Chase definitely.
So up next, the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass come out. They were over as fuck. Max Caster just comes with the bars like he does, popping everyone.
Yeah, man, Punchline City, dog.
And then
what did he say about Trump in the documents?
I can't remember. It was he hit H1 made me pop. He went y'all hid in a way like Trump's documents or whatever the fuck he said. He was like, yeah. It was hilarious, dude. So they were over as fuck. They just cut a good promo and we're basically like, we're here on Collision, bitch, too. Like, we're gonna be here. What's up? Acclaimed, So then up next there was an epic Jeff Jarrett package.
I love how you just passed. You totally did. You passed over Tony, Daddy Ass, and the Acclaimed. The quadruple scissors.
I mean, whatever. They do that every show. Like, it was great shit. They got pops.
This is a serious show. This is real wrestling. Meanwhile.
Yeah. Well, no, dude. This is real wrestling, bro. This is WWE.
Yeah, that was super real wrestling to me. Tony.
So you don't see that something like that happen. Yeah, that's sports entertainment.
No. It's 100% WWE. I completely agree with you.
This show was the perfect blend of sports entertainment. It wasn't just indie matches. It was just sports entertainment to me.
I was just pointing out you brushed completely over her.
Well, they say the same shit. What's Daddy Ass gonna say? Oh, then Tony gets in on the scissor. Word. We all popped. I popped.
Yeah. Because they the Acclaim. All right, continue. My bad.
Top of the chain. Okay, so then we had an epic Jeff Jarrett package. I liked it. Was a serious package, but he's like, we're gonna do a concession stand brawl or something. Whatever.
Yeah, man. That was a match. Yeah. That was a match for. Yeah. Okay. Cool. You already know.
Of course.
His dad made that match.
Yeah, I know. And then up next, we had an epic trios match. CMFTR come out. They're super over. I don't know, man. Joe and Punk, when they got in the ring, the pops were fucking huge. People saying Punk's scared of a chop from Hangman. Fucking Punk was eating the most deadliest chops I've ever seen from Samoa Joe. Bro, sorry, what were you gonna say?
You left out the best part of this match. Good old JR was here on commentary, Daddy.
Right, but it was people. He had to apologize.
I know.
Yeah, because he was sounding rough.
Man, whatever, bro. Right, it is what it is, bro. Like, so he said he's gonna take some time off, and all that is like, Jim, you need to stop reading Twitter, bro. Who gives a fuck what these marks think?
No, I agree with that, but at the same time, man, when I see him with a black eye. And I hear his voice like that, and I'm like, you need to just like, I would rather Jim Ross take care of himself. He's blessed me.
Yeah, man, but like fucking,
I don't need him falling down trying to get on a plane and giving himself a black eye like he did. I don't need that. I don't just to entertain some fucking marks who don't even appreciate him.
Yeah, especially
Excalibur's better. I'm not. I don't need to see that, Jim. Just I love you. Get better. You've blessed me so many years. Thank you. Just get better,
Man, still the highlight of this match that Jim was out here, guys, for me. All right, continue.
Yeah, it was great. He should come in for every Collision main event. That should just be what they do. In the commercial break.
Also, hold on quickly before you get into the shout out to the Cornette face shirt.
Yeah, that guy was shown like 400 times. And also,
fuck yeah.
And also,
CM Punk was winking at him.
It's really smart by AEW to do this, man. It is really smart. But also, there wasn't like a million fucking shitty backstage segments, man. Yeah, there was lots of great moments. The finish was they clunked it up a bit, but they brought the fans back. The GTS, the pin on Juice. Juice and fucking Jay White are awesome, man. I'm fucking. They're super with me,
bro.
Joe is great, man, in this match. Like, he's always good. He's one of my all times.
Joe and Punk.
Him and Punk, dude. When they got in the ring together, it was just fucking. And
yeah, I agree.
So overall, man, this was great. And yeah, like I said, people saying Punk's scared of Hangman or some shit. He just went toe to toe with Joe.
What, bro?
Joe would tap Hangman the fuck out 5 times over.
Dude, I thought it was awesome to hear a fucking actual hot tag in AEW.
Dude, a hot tag, and also like Kevin Kelly talking about, they've really managed CM Punk's minutes in this matchup, which is good because it's his return matchup. and he hasn't been in there. He's got a little ring rust. Bro, that's how you do sports, man. That's how you fucking minute management, time management. It's real shit. This show, if they keep this up, this is real shit. And how dare these fucking marks go on Twitter and shit on Kevin Kelly? Suck my dick.
He's no Excalibur, but it was really good.
Man, fuck you, dude. It was such a relief to not hear Taz and Excalibur fake being excited for a show.
I can't wait for Wednesday, bro.
Oh my God. Are you really doing this? You're the Dynamite Mark and I'm the fucking Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, that was Collision.
I don't think I could commit to it because of the Young Bucks, man. You know what I'm saying? That's
you're gonna side with the Elite, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
yeah, no, I can't.
But yeah, guys, that was Collision. Let us know, like in the comments or wherever the fuck you're listening to this, what you thought about this show. We thought it was fucking great. It was great. Yeah. And yeah, that is I think that's our show for this episode.
I don't think we should do Meltzer stars to this shit.
No, we're not. I was just going to say, fuck Meltzer stars, dude. We're not giving Meltzer
stars. Yeah, does Dave watch this?
No, Dave just shit on this show. He's crying about it, how good it was, because he knows it was the best shit.
Did he bring up his shit?
Apparently on his show, he just was like, it was the most lackadaisical, shitty, half-assed review ever of any of the shows, and it's because he's mad. He's fucking mad that Punk put on a great show, and the ticket sales were 9K, and Dynamite does and let me tell you this. I just read this on Twitter before we reviewed this. Also in Toronto, Canada, the Collision, after that show aired, they had not even 2,000 tickets sold. The venue set up for 5,000 tickets. They have less than 100 tickets left. Now, after that Collision aired on TV now in Toronto, they fucking almost sold out. Boom. CM Punk moving tickets, moving needles. Folks, speaking of moving needles.
I bet he doesn't do that.
Speaking of moving needles, PWT Podcast, Pro Wrestle Times, baby. We're at like 300 subs. Let's get to the 300 sub club. They're our sponsors. I am our sponsors. We are our own sponsors for this episode of Pro Wrestle Times Podcast, episode 1450. Who gives a shit what it is? We love you guys so much. Our stats are growing every day. We're fucking getting more subs every day on the main channel. Check us out at Pro Wrestle Times. Check out our Patreon / Pro Wrestle Times. Check out our main channel is Pro Wrestle Clips. I got a bunch of shorts and stuff coming for you guys. I'm working hard on things here. Consider supporting us. Join the fucking Patreon. I think we're going to eliminate all tiers and just have one $5 tier. So join that and you just support us the best way. There's a support link in the fucking bio. Discord coming soon. On the next show, Hairline and I are going to talk about Dark Side of the Ring, Eddie Graham. We're going to talk about maybe even the other Dark Side, Doink the Clown, that comes out, I think, tomorrow or tonight or whatever.
Boom, boom.
Maybe we'll talk about both of those, do a little double Dark Side, a little double dip Dark Side action for you guys. And we will do, no promises on that, but we will do our first 5v5 on the next show. So I'm going to pick, I think we're going to go my top 5 WWE wrestlers of all time and Hairline's top 5 WWE wrestlers of all time. That's going to be our first 5v5.
Roman 5 times.
Yeah, that's good shit, pal. I'm gonna call Vince. He's gonna tell.
You don't.
No, we're ending the show. We're ending the show.
What does Vince want to end the show actually?
Yeah, that'd be great shit, pal. Yeah, I'm gonna end the show. Yeah, I'm gonna end the show. Fuck the bloodline. I'm gonna re-debut tonight with my new mustache.
It was me. Awesome.
Yeah, and I have my new mustache. I look like Adam Gomez. And guess what?
I fixed my teeth.
Linda dyed her hair black and looks like Morticia. Yeah. I think Shane got fat. He looks like Puxley.
Yeah.
Hunter, grow your mustache out. You're being Cousin It for Halloween.
Yeah. Stephanie, dance like dance like Wednesday.
Yeah, you're dancing like Wednesday with your hands in the above your head, like Jesus said. Yeah, I wrestled God once. And did you see that match? I pinned him. Yeah. I'm better than God. Now I sound like Macho Man.
Yeah.
Macho Randy McMahon Savage. Ooh, yeah.
What's going on
Into the
here?
danger zone.
Take the show home. Take the show home.
Guys, we love you so much. Thanks for listening.
Take it home.
We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.